I knew something was wrong before the lights went out. The air felt heavy, too still, like the entire house was holding its breath. I remember looking up from my phone because the silence felt unnatural. The refrigerator had been humming. The clock had been ticking. There had been distant traffic outside. And then everything stopped. Not faded. Stopped. The lights didn't flicker at first. They just died. The refrigerator cut out mid-hum. The clock froze. My screen was suddenly the only source of light in the entire house. Total darkness swallowed everything else. For a few seconds, I just stood there, waiting for the power to come back. It didn't. I told myself it was just a blackout. Maybe a transformer blew. Maybe the whole neighborhood was out. I turned on my phone's flashlight. That's when I noticed the first thing that didn't make sense. No signal. Not low signal. No signal. No Wi-Fi. No data. No emergency network. Just 2 words at the top of the screen. No service. That's impossible, I thought. Even during storms, there's always at least one bar. I walked to the front window and pulled the curtain back slightly. The entire street was black. No porch lights. No car headlights. No distant city glow reflecting off the clouds. It looked like the world had been erased. And then my phone vibrated in my hand. An incoming call. Unknown number. My stomach dropped. How can someone call me if there's no signal? I stared at the screen as it rang. 3 seconds. 4. 5. Against my better judgment, I answered. Hello. Silence. Not static. Not interference. Just empty, hollow silence. Hello. I said again, louder this time. Click. The call ended. I immediately checked my call log. Nothing. No missed call. No incoming call. No record of anything. Like it had never happened. I swallowed and tried to stay calm. Glitch, I told myself. Phones do weird things during outages. I tried turning it off. It wouldn't shut down. The power off slider wouldn't appear. The screen stayed lit. Battery at 81%. Then it vibrated again. Same unknown number. This time my hands were shaking. I answered slower. I didn't say anything. At first, there was nothing. Then I heard it. A faint sound. Like fabric brushing against something. Like someone shifting their weight in a chair. Very slow. Very deliberate. Who is this? I whispered. And then I heard my own voice. Hello. It was a recording. Perfectly clear. Exactly the way I had said it during the first call. Same tone. Same hesitation. Then it repeated. Hello. Click. The call ended again. I felt cold. Not scared. Cold. Like the temperature inside the house had dropped suddenly. I turned toward the hallway. That's when I heard something that didn't come from a phone. A soft dragging sound. From the far end of the hallway. Like fingers slowly sliding across drywall. I live alone. I've always lived alone. The sound stopped the moment I focused on it. My phone rang again. Unknown. I didn't want to answer. But I did. This time there was breathing. Slow. Steady. Too close to the microphone. Then a whisper. You didn't check the back door. The call ended. My heart started pounding so hard it hurt. Because they were right. I had checked the front door. I had checked the windows. But not the back door. The dragging sound started again. Closer now. I forced myself to move. Each step into the hallway felt wrong. Like I was walking into something that was waiting. Halfway down, my phone vibrated again. I let it ring. It went to voicemail, which is impossible without signal. The voicemail began playing automatically. It was me, breathing, walking, live. I could hear my own footsteps through the speaker with a half-second delay. And behind my steps, there was another set, slower, heavier, keeping pace with me. Right behind me, I froze. In the recording, the second set of footsteps didn't stop. They kept going, getting closer to the microphone. But in the real hallway, there was nothing. I spun around. Empty. Completely empty. The voicemail cut off mid-step. My flashlight flickered. Once. Twice. Then steadied. I reached the back door. Closed. Locked. Deadbolt still in place. I grabbed the handle and pulled. It didn't move. Still locked. The dragging sound stopped. The house went silent again. And then every light in the house exploded back to life at once. The power returned. The refrigerator hummed. The clock resumed ticking. The Wi-Fi reconnected. My phone showed full signal. Like nothing had happened, I stood there in the bright hallway, shaking, trying to breathe, trying to rationalize. Electrical surge, stress, auditory hallucination, sleep deprivation, anything logical. My phone buzzed one last time. A text message from my own number. 3 words. I'm still inside. I stared at it for a long time. Then another message appeared. A photo attachment. My chest tightened. It was a picture of my hallway, taken from behind me. You could see my back, standing at the door, flashlight in hand. The timestamp said it was taken 1 minute earlier. There was something else in the photo. At the far end of the hallway, near the ceiling, a dark shape, blurry, distorted, like a shadow peeling itself away from the wall. I turned slowly. The hallway was empty. When I looked back at the phone, the messages were gone. No text, no photo, no evidence. I moved out the next week. New apartment, different part of the city, different building, different locks, different doors. For months, nothing happened. Until last night, the lights flickered once. Just once. My Wi-Fi dropped for half a second, and at the top of my screen, no service. Then my phone began to ring. Unknown number. I didn't answer. It went silent after 5 rings. A moment later, I received a notification. New voicemail. There was no audio, just breathing. And in the background, very faint, the sound of fingers dragging slowly across a wall. Not my old wall, a different one, closer. If you were in my position, would you answer next time?